Hello there, I'm Jack Lucas Caffrey, and I'm a guitarist and a Pac-Man fan. So when Fender and Namco decided to announce a Fender Telecaster with Pac-Man all over it, I had no choice but to buy one, and now I have it. Now, initially I wasn't going to make a video on this guitar because literally the day after I bought it, Fender decided to send a bunch of cease and desists to everyone for making a guitar that looks kinda similar to theirs.
Fender is not suing anybody.
You could have fooled me. And in my opinion, I think that is a bit ridiculous of Fender to do, and it certainly would make me not want to buy a Fender while the current upper management is still in charge. So, yeah, that was my plan. I wasn't going to make a video on it, and then I looked at a bunch of other people's videos who happened to get the Pac-Man guitar, and I noticed in them that not a lot of them were Pac-Man fans, or if they were, they only played like the first game and maybe missed Pac-Man when they were like 8, so the guitar was more like a nostalgia piece to them. Me, on the other hand, wanted to get my hands on the Pac-Man guitar because, I don't know, I'm a fan of Pac-Man and I like playing guitar. I mean, seriously, I have a Pac-Man arcade cabinet, I've got Pac-Man on the Wii, Pac-Man on the 3DS, Pac-Man on the NES, Pac-Man on the Xbox. I used to have Pac-Man on the tablet, and then Namco thought they'd shut that game down. Why did you do that, Namco? I've got Pac-Man merchandise everywhere, such as plushies and lamps. I watched the amazing Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventures TV show when that was a thing. I listened to the song Pac-Man Fever by Buckner and Garcia. I voiced Blinky the Ghost in various Pac-Man fan cartoons. I know that Pac-Man used to be called Puck-Man, and best for last, I know the entire Billy Mitchell iceberg lore. Do you know the entire Billy Mitchell iceberg lore? Trust me, you don't need to, but I do, so that makes me qualified to review a Pac-Man guitar, which just so happens to be a Fender Telecaster. So, with that all said, let me review this Pac-Man Fender Telecaster with the perspective of a rock guitarist and a Pac-Man fan. Enjoy! The Pac-Man guitar came in a hard cardboard box and a gig bag, which looks like this. And in my opinion, this gig bag is perfectly fine. I'm pretty happy with this gig bag, because there was other guitars I've gotten where the gig bag was absolutely terrible. So this, you know, the packaging was good. And it arrived in one piece, so that's the main thing. I think you can. It's not the best guitar to do a chug, but you can most certainly do it. I think there are better guitars to do it, like my 7-string Ibanez or my Hatsune Miku guitar, to be brutally honest with you, but you can chug. This Fender Telecaster is a Player 2 series Fender. I honestly couldn't tell you what the bloody hell that means, but as far as I can make out, that seems to just mean that this guitar is made in Ensenada, which is in Mexico. I don't think it means anything else. I don't. I think it honestly means it's not an American-made Fender, which honestly I don't really care. I honestly believe that it doesn't really matter where a guitar is made anymore, because there's so many great guitar factories out there. It's very hard these days to find a brand new guitar that sucks, to be honest with you. A few, like maybe like 15 plus years ago, oh yeah, absolutely you could have, but now it's hard. It's really hard. You can find like a 200-euro guitar that's really good these days. It's honestly, times have really changed. So that's all that means. It's still a Telecaster. I don't really care where they made it. Yes. The graphic on the Pac-Man guitar is really striking. It looks really beautiful, and you know, especially just looking at it, hanging it on the wall, it's really striking. It really stands out on its own. There are like a couple of nitpicks I have with it. It's not like, oh, deal breaker, it's just little nitpicky things. Firstly, I don't like the Fender logo on the body. I think that's a bit ridiculous because I don't think there's any other Fender where they have the logo on the body. It's usually on the head, but they have it on the body and it's a little silly. I don't think they needed it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Also, if you really care about like how accurate the graphic is to an actual playthrough of Pac-Man, it's not really accurate at all. The cherry is placed in the wrong direction. The high score on the pickguard is like impossible. You cannot get a score of 1946 on the Pac-Man original arcade game, but I understand why they did it, because in 1946, that's when the Fender Telecaster was made. In 1980, that's when Pac-Man came out, and in 2026, that's when they made this collaboration, and also that's when the Telecaster turned 75 years old and Pac-Man turned 45 plus 1 years old. Yes, you can, absolutely. I think you can, but I feel like it wants a boost a bit more because it's a little thin sounding on its own, these single coil pickups. So what I do is I have a little EQ pedal that uses a boost, put that on, and then I put an overdrive pedal on, and that makes it sustain and sound much more vibrant. The problem though, yeah, none of my other guitars do that. No, the Pac-Man guitar does not have arcade buttons. It does not have a joystick toggle switch for your pickups. It is a standard Fender Telecaster with single coil pickups and the lot, with the only difference being is that there is a big Pac-Man graphic on it. And I mean, honestly, I can understand. Fender are spending so much time these days sending cease and desist and lawsuit letters that I actually can understand why they couldn't go the extra mile. But also at the same time, like, I'm fine that there's no kill switches and things like that. I think if Namco wanted to make a guitar like that, they would have went to a cooler brand like ESP, which would have absolutely done that, and it would have been sick. This is the part that I've been waiting for, and most certainly the part that you Pac-Man fans have been waiting for. And I can safely say, yes, this Pac-Man guitar can play Pac-Man music. Here is Blocktown and Pac-Man's Park from Pac-Mania. I hope you enjoy. So now that we've reached the end of the video, it's time for me to give you my final thoughts on this Pac-Man guitar. And I gotta say, I quite like this guitar. I was thinking about getting a Fender Telecaster for a while. It wasn't like a top priority guitar for me to get, but it was something that was definitely on the back of my mind. So when they slapped the Pac-Man graphic on the body, I was like, okay, yeah, we're making the we're making the plunge to get the Pac-Man Telly, and I don't regret it. It's a great guitar, plays really nicely. I think its strength for me as a rock player is actually playing riffs and rhythm on it, because the single coil pickups, when they are not noisy as hell, they just give this really nice twang, this really nice crisp sound that I don't really get on any of my other guitars. It's just really nice and really tasty, and it bites really well when you do a palm mute, so I really like it for that. Lead, it's not the greatest guitar for like the type of like Van Halen like solo thing. I don't think this is really the guitar for that, because this horn does kind of get in the way of your your playing up here, but it's very good for like bluesy lead, I find. I didn't really do a lot of that in this video, but trust me, I tried a little bit of it, and it did work really, really well. It was really nice, really tasty. I quite liked the sound of it. So with that, yep, this Pac-Man guitar, it's a keeper for me, and luckily it's very different to my other guitars, so it doesn't really replace them, or it's not superior to them, it's just slightly different to the rest of them. So with that, this guitar will be my drop D guitar, because I have another guitar which is an E standard, which is perfectly fine, and I have another guitar which is a 7-string, so I just have that in drop B, and this will be my drop D guitar, and I'm happy out with that. Now, if we were to set the Fender controversy aside, and you wanted to buy one of these Pac-Man Fender Telecasters, you can't anymore. These Pac-Man Telecasters were a limited run, made to order, collector's edition guitar. And because of that, Fender made as many of them as they made. I don't know how many they made. I don't think it was a lot. And that was it. They're not making any more. And to put more salt on your wound, if you want to buy one of these used on a used marketplace, if you know anything about video game themed guitars, you know that the marketplace will scalp an LTD for ESP custom shop money. So good luck finding one of these guitars for the price that I paid for, which is like $1,100. And with that, it's time to end this video. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of the Pac-Man Fender Telecaster. I do have another guitar which I'd like to demonstrate one day, and that is my grassroots G-Stream Hatsune Miku guitar. So if you would like to see me playing a Hatsune Miku guitar and play a couple of Hatsune Miku songs on it, please let me know, because I'd love to do that. Yeah, so with that, thank you very much for watching, and a big thank you to all of you for getting me up to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is the first video I've made since reaching 1,000 subs, and I greatly, greatly appreciate the support. So thank you, thank you, thank you very much, and I hope to see you in another video very soon. Take care, bye-bye.